If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
Hell yeah.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
If you want a pickle, you gotta give him a pickle, right?
You guys still there?
Baloney Nation.
Welcome to Talkin Baloney. The big guy.
That's me.
Hey, right
Jim
there.
Deezy.
And Jim Deezy. Live in studio. And not many podcasts are live in studio anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Most people are, Zooming, Skyping.
In their closet.
Yeah. There are a lot of people in their basements.
Yep. You're not going to hear no dogs barking in the background here today.
Someone might mow their lawn.
Oh,
if it
yeah,
doesn't
occasionally.
rain, but yeah. So, Jim, before we get started,
Yes.
you got a big beef you want to get off your chest.
Yeah, I have a huge issue right now with Xbox.
Xbox, not necessarily the game system, but like playing
the
live.
game, playing live the
Online.
game. I have been trying for almost 3 nights now to figure out how to play Madden football online with the Mad Dog down in VA.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
And to no avail, finally last night I brought in and hired a technologically advanced, very technology savvy son of mine. E-Dubs, who you might have saw on the stand-up sit-down challenge.
Yeah.
And he came in, and after about an hour of us going back and forth, he gave up and walked away.
Now, did it take so long because he kept doing Patrick Warburton and other voices, or was it?
No, so for you folks that may not know this, to create an Xbox or to play Madden online, you have to create an Xbox account, an Xbox Live account, and an EA Sports account. So every time you go into one account to create another account, it logs you out of the other 2 accounts. Yeah, it makes you want to throw the Xbox right across the room. I literally created an EA Sports account, went back into the Xbox, and it says you got to log into the Xbox now. So I log into the Xbox, and they tell me now you got to log back into the EA Sports account. Like, I just came out of the EA Sports account. So send me back to the Xbox account again, and then it said, now you must have an Xbox Live account. Well, I already bought that for $9.99. Yeah, so after an hour of all this crap, I was still never able to play Madden online.
And kind of the lead of the story that we haven't mentioned is you and Mad Dog were going to play a competitive Madden football game.
A competitive Madden football game. You know, in this world of social distancing, we were gonna bring it. We were gonna bring it online. One bro versus bro.
He's in Virginia. You're in New York. You're going to play online.
Giants, Redskins.
Now you guys have long history.
Oh, long history.
What was the last time you played? What happened?
He beat me pretty bad.
Yeah. Was that in Virginia?
It was in Virginia.
Was I there for that?
You were there for that.
Well, that was brutal.
Yeah. I think I scored 1 touchdown, if that.
And you celebrated like you won the Super Bowl.
I know. So, folks, the history with us in Madden has always been that my brother, Mad Dog, he gets to practice he practices these games on a weekly basis.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
Me, I'm not a game guy. I'm not a gamer. You know, I'm more of a, let's find something fun to do. Get out of the house kind of guy.
Go bowling. When was the last time you played your Xbox?
I bought the WWE SmackDown 2K. Stone Cold Steve Austin is on the cover.
Okay. So it's been a few years.
Just a few.
Yeah. Well, speaking of big news, as you know, we opened our merchandise store,
Woohoo!
which is proudly represented on screen by
Right there, folks.
a Jim
Bam!
coffee mug.
Ooh, hold on. We got one.
There's Talkin Baloney.
Talkin Baloney, the coffee mug. What?
There's a Butchman hat.
Roar.
Whoa. Check this out, folks. Brand new, limited edition, the RAR hat.
Look at that.
Look at this. Even says the Butchman on the side of the hat. Bam! Picture kind of looks like him, too.
It does. And in the background, there's Talkin Baloney. There are more mugs. There's a mask you can wear for COVID protection. And right now, at our site, you can save 33%.
33%?
With the code Grand Opening 2020.
Woo-wee. Folks, what that means is we're not making any money.
We're passing the savings on to you, Baloney Nation.
And all of our products are handmade right here in the good old New York State.
I don't know if the entire product is in, but the Talkin Baloney aspect. Is
yeah. All the other products are from probably China or wherever. One of those sweatshops.
So if you go to talkinbaloney.com, click on the online store, enter the code Grand Opening 2020.
Going there right now, folks.
You can save
buying it
33%. And there's other Classy Wolf Media.
Oh yeah. Classy Wolf Media is on there. You want a tough guy shirt?
There's a tough guy shirt.
Ty Bowie.
There is Jimbo Joe stuff.
Correct.
There's a lot you can do.
Folks, and if you buy today,
wait a minute.
We'll even throw a free cup of Jimbo Joe's coffee coupon in there for you.
Holy cow.
You know what the value is on this? Nothing right now.
Nothing.
But in 2029, this will be worth $2.99.
$2.99?
And I think that's what we're selling the large cups for or something, right? $2.99?
Oh, they get a large cup for free?
Large cup. Large cup, folks.
You're going to go out of business before you even start.
Well, at the rate Dunkin' Donuts is closing stores, we'll have no competition when we open.
And another way you can get the coupon is by texting or leaving a voicemail at 585-484-1770.
That's the Talkin Baloney hotline, folks.
That's right. Baloney Nation, you can leave a message. We're actually going to answer some more questions.
Oh, all right.
We got some strange comments this week. We'll talk about that later in the show. But first, our main topic this week.
Okay.
And I have a feeling this will be a two-parter.
Yes.
The movies of Sylvester Stallone.
Dude. Oh. The Sly Man.
Yeah.
Listen. The best, if not one of the best, top 3 actors of all time.
Yeah. And
dialogue, character depth.
And a lot of people don't realize he's written and directed a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He's not just an actor. He's the brains behind Rocky. That was his idea.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
This kind of completes our top 3 guys. We did the Arnold show.
Yep.
We did the 2-part Bruce Willis.
Yep.
And now we're bringing it home with Sly.
The Sly Man. Listen, you know him and love him from Rocky.
Well, let's start with Rocky, because that was his big breakthrough.
Yes, it was.
Prior to Rocky, he did lots of cameos, lots of small bit roles. But Rocky, written and directed by Sylvester Stallone,
Yep.
that's where it all started.
Probably one of the best movies of all time.
It really is.
Hands down.
Academy Award.
Text in if you disagree with me.
Who could disagree with that?
And if you disagree with the fact that Rocky is one of the best movies of all time, I don't know what to say to you. I really don't.
That sounds like something Butch Man would do.
Butch Man, I know you love Rocky. You better love Rocky. You better be texting in tonight telling us how much you love Rocky.
I bet you he likes Rocky 4 more.
I did like Rocky 4 better than Rocky. The one with Clubber Lang.
Oh, you didn't like the Mr. T one? Rocky 3?
I didn't like Rocky 3 as much. I mean, I still liked Rocky because it's Rocky. But I don't want to jump ahead too much.
Well, jump in a little bit, but Rocky 3 is Eye of the Tiger, though. That was huge.
I loved, the training montages were one of the reasons why I watched Rocky.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can become the world heavyweight champ in boxing just by chasing a chicken around the yard, made me want to go buy a chicken. I'm never going to catch it. I know that.
What about slapping some meat around?
Hey, slapping some meat. Slapping some meat on Talkin Baloney. He puts the beat down on some of that meat in that shop, too.
I mean, he did that storyline-wise. He was a poor boxer. He had no place to work out. He was working in a meat factory, and he'd, box the giant, what would you call those? Half a cow?
Half a cow. I want to know where that meat shop was in Philly.
Oh, I bet you it's like a real place.
You think so?
That Rocky seemed very authentic.
Yeah,
From the pet store and
oh yeah, the subway going around the block of the where the boxing training place was, and
that broken down gym seemed very authentic.
I'm a big fan of Rocky Balboa. Mick, the training, even his wife. She was for his dreams, but didn't want to see him get killed. But she always knew when to say, "Go get him, Rock."
If I had one problem with her, it was she was always the "you can't win."
Yeah, the negative Nelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But storyline wise, it was just there as further.
It fit for what they were trying to do with her character. But let's be honest, if your wife is not that supportive of you, you should probably get a new wife.
Hey.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
Damn straight. I'm not gonna lie though, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, man, the stuff with Apollo Creed was, he was absolutely amazing. Like, I loved his character too. Like, there isn't a character. Well, actually, I'll take that back. There's only one character I couldn't stand in the Rocky franchise.
Paulie?
Nope, two characters.
Oh,
Tommy Gunn.
okay.
And his manager.
Yeah. Well, Rocky 5 we'll eventually get to, and we probably won't be kind.
No.
But, Rocky overall, one of the greatest films. I'm pretty sure it's a top 100 all-time kind of movie.
Actually, I just saw a podcast that had done a call-in on their show, and I want to say it was one of the Fight Nation shows. He's a UFC guy that does a show at night or in the afternoon, and they did a poll similar to that, and Rocky won.
Yeah.
There it is, folks.
Yeah. What more can you say? It's a great movie.
Yeah, UFC fighters telling you that Rocky's the best movie ever.
Well, I bet you how many boxers, UFC guys, how many fighters in general were inspired by Rocky to get into the sport. It's
the training montages alone produced great, not only great, training, watching all this, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna start doing this.
Yeah.
The soundtracks alone.
Oh, the soundtracks are huge.
Survivor, Elton John.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
And if you've ever been to Philadelphia, there's a 99% chance you went and saw the Rocky statue.
Yep.
Which I've done multiple times, and ran up the steps, which I've walked up, kind of.
I've only seen the statue one time.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed to say I haven't been there since.
That's another road trip coming up.
As a Giants fan, Philly's not the safest place to go.
Well, Philly in general, we're off topic, but sports fans in Philly are rough. I mean, I'm a Pirates and Steelers fan, and they're not friendly.
They obliterate their own team. I love it. But you know what? It's passion. I'll sum it up in one word. It's passion / criminal. it's one or the other.
It's not cheap beer prices at the stadium, is what it is.
But Rocky is probably if you've never seen a Rocky movie, you have been living under a rock.
So after Rocky, a little movie called Paradise Alley. Paradise Alley is the start of Sylvester's on-again, off-again kind of relationship with pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. It's a wrestling-based movie. Terry Funk was in it. It's actually not that good a movie. But you should see it.
You should see it anyway, folks. Anything with Sylvester Stallone, even if it's garbage.
Which, we're going to get to
We're going to get to a bunch of them.
Oh, the 80s were rough. So then he did Rocky 2.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah, the rematch.
Yep.
Now, a lot of movie sequels, they tend to repeat, the storyline of the first movie. And this one, though, served a purpose because everyone wanted to see the rematch because Rocky didn't really win the first one. He just lasted long enough to prove himself.
He was the last man standing, so to speak, in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I always liked about the Rocky 1 going Rocky 2 and all the movies? it's like the new movie picked up right where the old one left off. So it was giving you the featured, ending rolling. It was like a continuation. So it never stopped telling the story.
It was a continuing story, and it sucked you in because it was lifelike in that kind of approach. Not a lot of movies do that.
No.
James Bond, you wouldn't know what happened in the previous movie had no impact on the current movie.
And you wouldn't even need the same actor in James Bond. It wouldn't matter. You could have 6 James Bonds. We did. Never mind.
Even Mission Impossible movies, until recently, it didn't matter what happened in 1 and 2 if you're watching 3.
It was a new story every time.
Yeah.
Rocky, we knew where he was coming from. He was coming from the streets.
He was finding success with Adrian.
Yes.
Getting big time.
Yep. Yeah. And folks, it's going to come crashing down on him soon, too.
But before that, what about Nighthawks? 1981.
So I've only seen bits and pieces of this movie.
Okay. Most famous, maybe, because Sylvester Stallone has a beard and wears sunglasses. I mean, you might remember that. But it's like a duel kind of movie with him and Rutger Hauer and like the subway, and it's a really good movie.
I will have to watch it again and freshen up on it.
Yeah.
Anything with Sylvester Stallone.
Now, his next movie, soccer movie, V for Victory. You didn't see that one?
No.
Michael Caine?
No.
The world famous Pele?
I do like Michael Caine.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
And this one I saw a lot when I was a kid. It seemed to always be on TV. It was World War II. They're in a prisoner of war camp.
Okay.
And Sylvester Stallone is like the lone American with all these British soldiers.
Okay.
And they have a soccer team because, they're killing time. And they decide to have a game with like the Nazis versus the prisoners in a soccer game.
Oh, boy.
And Sylvester Stallone is the American soldier who wants to escape. And he sees this as the opportunity. So he finds the goalie and like breaks his arm so he can replace him on the team as the goalie. And then, they go to this game and it's like this huge soccer arena and it's the prisoners versus the Nazis. And they have an escape plan and it's like they have to decide, do we escape during intermission or do we go back out there and try to beat the Nazis?
Well, folks, let that be a lesson to you. If you want to get on the team, break the player's arm of the player you want to take over for.
Hey, I know who was watching. Nancy Kerrigan and...
there you go. Nancy Kerrigan and whatever her name was there.
The one who,
really broke the lady's leg.
Nancy Kerrigan. Anyway, I highly recommend it. You should find the movie.
Okay.
Pele, the world's greatest soccer player,
is in the movie.
And he's not a bad actor. And he does his famous Pele kick.
All right. So we gotta watch this now.
Damn straight.
Make that be a movie, or let that be a movie you watch this weekend, or rent from the old DVD store. Do they still have them?
There's a family video here and there.
Is there?
Yeah. They sell CBD stuff now, though, so...
What the hell's up with that?
You gotta make money.
Gotta supplement that income.
Save 33% at talkinbaloney.com for a limited time. Grand opening 2020.
That's right. We might start selling CBD oil.
Dude, I didn't think of that. So, the next movie is Rocky 3.
Rocky 3, Clubber Lang.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
The height of his fame.
What you gonna do, fool?
Yeah. This movie gave us Eye of the Tiger. This movie, I would say Mr. T kind of went from this right to wrestling.
I gotta say, Mr. T's character in this movie,
he's a badass.
He's a scary character in this movie. And I can see where you can kind of see the progression of Stallone's character, where now all of a sudden it feels like maybe some of his past fights were fixed over the last couple years that he's been off.
Yeah. So he's been like fighting cream puffs, basically. Yeah. And now here comes a real challenger, Clubber Lang.
He's going to kill you, Rock.
And he does. He destroys him.
Yeah.
His coach dies, the Mick. In between there, Rocky fights Hulk Hogan, known as Thunder Lips, in a charity match.
Yep, and Hogan throws him all over the place.
A great scene. It's a good movie, Rocky 3.
You couldn't have put a better guy against Sylvester Stallone for that Thunder Lips character because, my God, he's towering over the top of him. Holy moly. But I loved Clubber Lang's character. Just wasn't a big fan. I thought it was not as good as the other two Rockies at the time.
Okay.
But I did like Clubber Lang's character. I love Mr. T anyway.
Oh, yeah.
How can you not? It's Mr. T. We watched him on the Saturday morning cartoons back in the day.
Yeah. He had his own cereal.
Come on.
Well, let's take a break.
All right.
We'll come back with more Sylvester Stallone.
We're coming back, sucker.
Ooh, I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
Pudgy's Pizza. Get perfect pizza from Pudgy's. Order by phone, carry it out. Find out what pizza is all about at Pudgy's Pizza. Get perfect pizza from Pudgy's.
And we're back.
We're back.
That's our new alternate theme song.
Good old Pudgy's Pizza.
Never goes out of style.
No.
I still don't know where that song's from. It's great, though.
There's a YouTube video.
Oh, it's a different song.
It's a different song, though. But
Good Time Pizza and Subs, which is what I remember.
Listen, we want to thank our valued listener that sent in that
excellent rendition.
Excellent rendition of the Pudgy's Pizza song.
Yeah, I hope one day to get a musical accompaniment for it and just do a full version.
Maybe if we get a band or something in here,
Yeah.
perform it live in the studio.
If you're a band and you'd like to provide music for that song, contact us at talkinbaloney.com.
Put you on the air. Be your moment. Talkin Baloney's got talent.
We do?
How Borat got his start.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Where we left off. First Blood.
First Blood. Best movie. One of the best movies ever, too.
Yeah.
Should have just left the guy alone, Sheriff.
It's really what it comes down to. What did he do to piss anyone off?
He was. We don't like drifters in our town, is what he said. I remember that.
Yeah.
He just wanted someplace warm to sleep and get some food, and he was on his way. But you had to push him.
And the him, of course, is John Rambo. Mm-hmm. First Blood is the origin story of John Rambo in a way. The he is the sheriff, played by Brian Dennehy, who is also Tommy Boy's father.
Yep.
Tommy Boy.
He's in quite a few movies.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Mm-hmm. He's got size. He's imposing.
Is he dead now?
I believe he is.
Yeah.
First Blood. So it's a story of a Vietnam vet who basically doesn't fit in and responds by going to war against this small town and the sheriff.
Because remember, folks, though, before we just say that he just went on his own, he didn't want this war. They drew first blood.
That's right.
Famous line in the movie.
Yeah.
Again, just a guy wanting a meal and a place to stay for the night. Remember that when someone comes knocking on your door.
Let First Blood be a lesson.
The can of whoop-ass that he opens. Woo-hoo.
Now, when you saw this movie, if you can put yourself back in time to 1982, would you have ever guessed the future that Rambo would take?
No. This is a very dark movie too. Like even in the filming was dark.
Yeah.
Everything about the movie was dark. His character was kind of quiet.
Yep.
He was, you could definitely tell he was on the edge. He had a past. He definitely had his breaking point. Fought for his country, didn't feel appreciated.
Yeah.
And the sheriff clearly was a control freak. Wanted to,
Well, so I think the sheriff sensed trouble. Like this guy's not just a drifter, but he's trouble.
Yeah.
And he tried to be proactive, which might be a lesson there as well.
Yep.
You try to you expect the worst out of someone, and look what happened.
Look what happens. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Until.
And like you said, this was a drama film.
Yeah.
There's action in it, but it's really kind of like a drama.
And, you know, even after when he drops Stallone's character off, when he drops John Rambo off at the bridge, and John Rambo's like, you know, screw it. I'm going back to town. I want to get some food, someplace warm to warm up or whatever. And sheriff's like, hey, coming back. And he still started. I still think, if you look at it from the, you know, the way the movie was, the way I saw the movie was the sheriff picked a fight with him.
Yeah.
And he ended it.
And, you know, a Vietnam vet's not the guy you want to mess with.
No. I remember when he pulls a knife off of him and he's like, what are you hunting? Buffalo?
So, after Rambo, or First Blood, he did a couple of movies. He written and directed Staying Alive.
John Travolta, folks.
Yeah, a sequel to Saturday Night Fever. Didn't see it. And he did Rhinestone.
Rhinestone Cowboy?
Nah, not the cowboy.
Oh.
I believe it's a comedy with
Dolly Parton, isn't it?
Dolly Parton.
Yes. I've seen this movie.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's trash.
Yeah, so skipping past those. Rambo Part 2.
You only watch a Dolly Parton movie for one thing. Moving on.
How Borat got his start is taking the extreme.
Oh, crap.
So, 1985, he does Rambo, First Blood Part 2. This is where the character goes back to Vietnam, right?
Yeah, he evolves quickly.
Yeah. Kind of still the quiet loner type, but now he's back in Nam rescuing soldiers and basically killing, what would you say, a couple hundred people?
Couple hundred, at least.
Yeah.
He seems to be sent back to Nam on a PR campaign almost. Like they're denying the fact that there's POWs, but he's just there to take photos. But then he actually finds POWs, and once he finds POWs, the government, our system says, screw him, he's a liability now, because we've been saying all along there's no POWs. So let's leave him there.
Yeah.
And it takes a turn for the worst.
And then he's coming for you.
I love the scene where he's like, who are you? Your worst nightmare.
I, of course, instantly think of Weird Al's parody in the movie UHF, where he's...
Yes. Is that a bodysuit Weird Al's wearing, or is he just that fit?
Oh, I would... Yeah.
By the way, UHF, phenomenal movie.
Oh, it's great.
Emmy, Oscar, whatever. Should have got them all.
It should have. It's totally overlooked.
Wait, listen, well produced. Not even part of the Sylvester Stallone trilogy stuff going on here. But Weird Al never got his due or credit for that movie. Just saying,
Agree.
folks.
Totally agree.
Just saying. Weird Al, you still got it, pal.
Now, so we're in 1985. We just did Rambo, First Blood Part 2. The same year, he does Rocky 4.
Yeah.
What a year for Stallone.
All action.
All action, but two of the biggest action blockbusters you can think of.
Insane. Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
Ivan Drago.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
If he dies, he dies.
Come on, how many times have you seen that meme on Twitter?
So I've watched Rocky 4 somewhat recently. It is shocking how much of the movie is music video.
Oh.
It's basically one music video after another and then a big fight at the end.
One of the biggest training montages in all of the Rocky movies is in Rocky 4 when he's training up in the mountain. He's in the mountaintops of Russia. Siberia, in the 18-inch, 25-inch snowfalls or snow drifts or whatever. He can't get his head on straight. He can't train right. And then Adrian shows up.
Yeah.
Man, the training montage in the barn.
Some tough stuff in there.
Man.
The hanging by your feet from the roof.
You know, I do that every day.
What?
Nope. Listen, the scene where he's going full beard again.
Oh yeah,
Full beard.
He's serious.
You know he's serious.
Woo.
You know, he's working the triceps with the bag of rocks. You know, got everybody in the little wagon, and he's shoulder pressing the wagon, and come on, who hasn't done that or wanted to?
Now, you talked about soundtracks earlier. I don't know anyone who didn't own the Rocky IV soundtrack.
I got it.
Yeah, you still listen to it.
I still jam to it every chance I get.
I remember in high school, years after 1985, people were still using that tape to work out to.
Yeah.
It was still like the best go-to music.
Do you know how many times I've reached for my coffee when that song is on? When that train, I'm like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, get some.
I could see that. Now, movie-wise, it's a really solid movie.
Mm-hmm.
The music videos, like I said, if it was any other like movie, it might have been a problem, but these are really good songs, and the fight at the end is classic.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget the fact, folks, Bridget Nielsen is in this movie.
Yeah.
And she was married to Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Weren't they married? I'm pretty sure they were married.
That's probably right.
And divorced.
Do you know who Dolph Lundgren was married to?
No.
Grace Jones, who you called Grace Slick a few weeks ago.
Yep. In Conan.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian. Wow. What a small Hollywood world.
What a double date that would be. Stallone and Bridget Nielsen, Lundgren and Grace Jones.
Yeah.
That's like one of those movies that needs to be written. Like, what happened when they go out together?
That'd be a great reality show.
Wow. Last time I saw Bridget Nielsen, she was on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew on VH1. But I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You keep on trucking.
So those are two back-to-back huge movies, and his next movie is one we've talked about many times. 1986, Cobra.
Folks, Cobra is probably one of Sylvester Stallone's. Listen, other than the original Rambo, the original Rocky, Cobra's on another level. It's like a dark. He's the badass cop that everybody, no rules, nothing applies to him. Well, kind of like today, but anyway, I digress. But,
No politics,
no
religion.
politics on this show. But anyway, he's that guy. He works the zombie squad. He comes in and cleans it all up when nothing else works. He's the man that they call in. His introduction in that old-fashioned car that he's at when he pulls into the
Killer car.
Pulls into the grocery store parking lot, gets out, toothpick in his mouth, driving gloves on, dark mirrored sunglasses. Who doesn't have a pair of those dark mirrored sunglasses? I do.
Now, if you remember, he wrote this movie, and as we found out from Fun Fact Fontaine on Baloney Nation a few weeks ago, this was his response to the Beverly Hills script, Beverly Hills Cop, that he wanted more darker and grittier. This is what he wrote in response.
Both great movies.
Yeah.
Both picked the right character to play the movie.
Oh, this is a Stallone character 100%. Cobra is like perfect Stallone.
And the guy that plays his sidekick in the movie, his partner. What the heck is his name? I can't remember his name anyway. But anyway, great side actor, a supporting actor, whatever. But let's not forget that Bridget Nielsen's in this movie as well.
She is.
She's the one that the killers are after.
Guess we know who butters her bread.
He's buttering something. Yeah, buddy.
Now, if you were going to describe Cobra's action, you might use the term over the top. Which brings us to our next Stallone movie.
And another great soundtrack movie.
Yes.
Gave us Meet Me Halfway from Kenny Loggins. Come on, folks. Talking 80s and 80s here.
And I think you have to consider Stallone during the early days here of MTV, he might have been one of the few directors to latch on to the power of pop music in movies, because he knows what he's doing when he puts his movies together.
Listen, it's funny. I'll bet you if you Google right now how many movie soundtracks or how many movies that he had that had a soundtrack or a song off the soundtrack that actually made it in the top 20.
That's a good point. And I was actually planning a future edition of Talking Baloney. Our topic would be movie soundtracks. So I'm thinking we'll save that discussion.
I'll be there for that show.
That one you'll show up for.
Oh, yeah.
This is our 25th episode. Did you know that?
25 episodes, folks.
Yeah.
Holy beep.
Well, that's 25 straight weeks. We haven't missed a week.
Even Howard Stern takes time off.
That's right.
What?
Yeah. We're unstoppable.
Yeah. Well, when you're number one in Indiana.
Oh, and apparently Virginia now.
And Virginia now, from what I'm hearing.
This is a whole thing now.
We got the ratings demographics out, the charts and graphs that came out, and folks, number one in Indiana and Roanoke, Virginia. Apparently, they don't have a lot of radio stuff to listen to.
Might be some internet connectivity problems.
What are you on, HughesNet?
So, Over the Top is the arm wrestling movie. No other way to describe it. It's a serious arm wrestling.
And it has some real arm wrestler champions in the movie, in the scene at the end. And I always got to hand it to Stallone on that. He always seems to manage to get the real people in to play the characters. Love it.
Yeah.
Great movie. Great movie. And what's his name? The guy that plays the grandfather.
Well, this is another movie that Terry Funk is in.
Yeah, Terry Funk is in this movie. He actually plays the guard at the door.
I think he's been in 3 or 4 of Stallone's movies, going back to Paradise Alley.
And Terry Funk gets thrown through a patio door in this movie.
He's also in Roadhouse. Yes. So maybe we should do a show on Terry Funk's movies. Come on.
Or a show on just Terry Funk.
Yeah. Bring it.
Bring it. Over the Top. Great movie, folks. Great movie. Definitely listen to the soundtrack. You'll love it.
To me, the only thing stopping this from being a great movie is the kid. Just couldn't stand him.
Yeah, he is kind of a little wine bag.
He's a whiny brat. He's supposed to be. That's the character. But
I get it. And let's go back to real life for a second. If you got a kid that's that bad, you should probably get rid of him. I mean, who needs it?
If you have any comments, it's 585-484-1770. So after Over the Top, it's back to Rambo. Rambo 3.
In Russia.
Afghanistan.
Oh, Afghanistan.
Same thing.
Same thing.
No politics or religion.
No, not on this show. Who is this man?
So Rambo 3, coincidentally, I did think was over the top.
Yeah.
I think this one was just way too much.
There was definitely somebody with a body count clicker on this one going, we need more dead people.
Yeah. So when they didn't do another Rambo after this, I was like, I'm okay with it. You went from this great small town American drama to just
way over the top.
Oh yeah. Unbelievable.
I love that the Russian guy or Afghani, whatever he is in the movie, and he's like, this man, he kills 100 of my soldiers. Who does this man think he is? He's God? He's like, no, it's Rambo. God will have mercy, Rambo won't.
Yeah.
I love that line.
And I think it was around this time that the Rambo cartoon came out, which was really weird that they were marketing Rambo as a kid-friendly thing. I think he was a member of G.I. Joe, too, wasn't he? And this was a movie with the highest body count you could imagine.
So, and there's also some movies that were parodies of Rambo.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen had one.
Hot Shots.
Hot Shots. And Hot Shots Part 2.
Part 2.
Where he's got the body count thing up on the screen.
Yes, that's right.
He's eventually standing in a pile of shells. Oh, great movie.
Yeah, that one was good.
That was good.
How about Lock Up? 1989, Stallone in prison.
In prison. I've seen it.
Okay.
But it's kind of just like all these other. It's I'm gonna end up giving away three other movies, but it's like his movie with Schwarzenegger where they're in the prison, they're breaking out of the prison.
Escape Plan.
Yeah, Escape Plan. And it's like Tango and Cash.
Which same year as Lockup, Tango and Cash. That was the next movie.
Is that Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Tango and Mr. Cash. That was the guy used to do the Ripley's Believe It or Not, the bad guy in the movie, wasn't it?
You're talking about Jack Palance.
Jack Palance.
From City Slickers.
Yes, City Slickers. And he was the host of Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I guess he did do some of that.
Yes, I remember that. Not the one on the Ripley's Believe It or Not that was like, didn't happen. Not true.
Dean Cain.
Yeah, that guy.
Jack Palance back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And Terry Hatcher is in Tango and Cash.
Yes, she is. Terry Hatcher, who plays a I'm sorry, not stripper, exotic dancer.
So let's finish up Stallone, because this is it's definitely a two-parter.
Okay.
We're deep in the show here.
Okay.
Last one is Rocky V. Yeah.
This one was a hard pill to swallow. This one felt like they were 1-2 punching us in the face. Tommy Gunn,
Yeah.
trash.
They made a lot of choices here.
Yeah. All bad ones.
Yeah.
Rocky loses all of his money and fortune thanks to Paulie gambling it all away or whatever he did. Listen, I'm sorry, but if I was Rocky Balboa in that point, Paulie's dead. I would have beat him to... He'd be dead in an alleyway. That's all I'm saying.
One thing about Paulie, though, his robot from Rocky 3 should have been in all the movies. That robot.
Yes.
That would have been awesome. So Stallone's own son is acting in the movie as his son.
Yeah.
That's one of the big problems in the movie. He's not a very good actor.
No.
And the whole father-son dynamic is a huge part of the movie. He treats Tommy Gunn as more of his son.
Yeah, and his son is in the background. He's seeing all the way Tommy Gunn's being treated. But he, at the same time, is going through some crap at school because he, coming out of the private schools and the money schools. He's now going to public school where he's got to fight his way. People are stealing his lunch money. So he's kind of watching in the background, watching Rocky train Tommy Gunn. He's picking up a couple things.
And he's kind of the spoiled brat, too.
Yeah. Again, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Support your local adoption agencies.
So Rocky doesn't enter the ring. He fights him in the streets.
Yeah. Now, the street fight, not too bad. Good one-liners again. Good Stallone one-liners
Sure.
when he gets sucker punched and he's like, yo. I didn't hear no bell. One more round. Or his hey, you knock him down, why don't you try knocking me down?
Yeah.
Awesome.
There are some good parts.
But the guy, the promoter, annoying as all hell through the entire movie.
He's not Don King.
No.
He wants to be, but...
Trash. Trash.
Tommy Morrison, a real fighter, playing Tommy Gunn. Not really a great actor.
And I thought at one point in time, Tommy Morrison was going to be the future of boxing.
Yeah, he got AIDS.
Oh. Okay. Well, that kind of saw you a lot of bloodshed in boxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a quick way to end a boxing career.
Yeah. Sad.
Kind of a downer. But we have a lot of Stallone left to talk about.
Oh, yes, we do.
So next week, part 2. We're only up to 1990.
It's 2000. It's 2020 right now, right?
We got 30 years of movies to go through.
Woo, snap.
Could this be our first three-parter?
It could be. Wow. Will the Baloney Nation hang on long enough? That's the question.
Oh, they love it when we talk movies.
Or one of these shows we're going to have to do about Indiana and the Hoosiers.
Well, coming up next is Baloney Nation, where we answer voicemails, text messages, and we'll talk about that when we come back.
Folks, we're coming back. Thanks, Jimbo Joe's Coffee. We appreciate it. Welcome back, folks. Talkin Baloney. Me, Jim Deezy, and the big guy.
Yo.
Right there.
It's Baloney Nation time.
Oh, folks. The best time ever.
Yeah. We have stuff to get to. We have voicemails. We have text messages. We have all kinds of stuff. You actually had something you wanted to say.
So, we just did a little our fact checkers with folks working in the back office over there. Wherever they are. So, over the top soundtrack, Kenny Loggins, Meet Me Halfway.
Yep.
Number 1 on the Billboard charts back in 1987.
And Kenny Loggins had how many?
5, folks. 6 number 1 songs.
From movie soundtracks.
From movie soundtracks.
That's amazing.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's coming up on one of our next episodes.
If we start a Talkin Baloney Hall of Fame, I think he's a first
Kenny
ballot.
Loggins, first ballot.
Yeah. Gotta be.
Gotta be.
So what happened last week is we got a call from Roanoke.
Roanoke, Virginia.
A guy named Jack who took issue with the Indiana phone calls we've been getting.
Okay.
And I don't think he appreciated the fact that we have referred to Indiana as like our biggest fans.
I still think they are our biggest fans.
So I'm actually going to tease this for next week. We got so many responses from Indiana, from Virginia, from even New Jersey.
Really?
People are going to war over who is
Our biggest fan?
Yeah, the best state for Talkin Baloney.
Folks, there's enough Talkin Baloney to go around. We can share. But
I feel like Baloney Nation's civil war is like on the horizon.
there it is, folks. I'm looking forward to this.
So our first message, let's get right to it. You guys should do a tournament-style sitcom battle. The big guy can pick 2 sitcoms to start. Jim Deezy picks a winner, then that winner is put up against another sitcom the next week. I'd like to see the show crown a sitcom champion. You could also do this with dramas, detective shows, etc.
All right, go. Give me 2 sitcoms.
Oh, I wasn't ready. So I think this is like a March Madness style bracket.
Okay.
So I think we should build towards this.
Okay.
And have it be like a big deal. Like, let's do a big bracket of sitcoms.
Okay. I'm down with this.
And you'll crown.
I'll crown us a sitcom champ.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Hey, McDonald's?
Hey, I'm loving it. Not after you eat it, folks.
So the next one is, can Jim believe it's not butter, or does he think it's really butter?
So listen, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Nah, I know it's not butter.
Okay.
You can tell as soon as you eat it.
We're not a fan?
No, not a fan.
Okay.
Salted butter from Wegmans, folks. Salted butter from Wegmans. The best salted butter out there.
Now, this one is kind of connected. Was the moon landing faked?
No, it was not.
So, no conspiracy theory.
No. And I honestly got to say that if anybody thinks the moon landing was a conspiracy, you probably live in Roanoke, Virginia.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I think you just picked a side.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Go Hoosiers.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
No, folks, the moon landing was real, damn it. If not, that was some pretty damn good special effects back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they try to duplicate that or on one of the like
Mythbusters?
Mythbusters,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do it.
Well, we don't talk politics.
No.
We don't talk religion.
No.
But there's a lot of weird conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah.
There are people who think the earth is flat. There are people who think a pandemic is not real. There's a lot of conspiracy theories. I think this person was maybe hinting at trying to get a sense of, is Jim a conspiracy theory guy? That's my guess.
Listen, I believe in ghosts all day. All day, every day. Ghosts are real.
Okay.
Okay? That's about my extent right there. That's about where I push it. Do I think Big Brother is watching? All the time. That's why I'm not going to comment on the moon landing. Because they're listening.
Okay, so this next one might have been a wrong number.
Oh.
You be the judge.
Okay.
I also think it is a question maybe that was for Jimbo Joe's.
Okay.
It says GM Beautiful. Now, I would think that's good morning.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning, beautiful. So, nice start. I was wondering what kind of smoothies you be selling.
Well, first off, I'll tackle this one, big guy.
Good.
We're called Jimbo Joe's Coffee. Okay? Jimbo Joe's Coffee.
Right there.
Right there.
Yep.
So the key word here is coffee. So we're selling coffee.
No other beverages?
We're going to sell coffee. We're going to sell probably some soda, some bottled water, things like that. Maybe some tea.
Energy drinks?
Energy drinks, of course. Got to have them. Smoothies? No. No. We're not a coffee shop if we're selling smoothies.
Right.
Hence why Dunkin' Donuts is closing everything down. Your menu's too big.
Well,
Can't keep costs down.
what about milkshakes?
Can we deep fry them?
Wow. There is deep fried ice cream, but I don't know.
We'd have to look into that.
So now my next question is, did you think this was a question for us, or did you think this was a wrong number?
I think this was a spokesperson or something for either Starbucks or Dunkin' trying to figure out what our menu is going to be when we open. They're feeling us out ahead of time.
Like a little secret shopper kind of thing.
So,
Market research.
conspiracy theorist, run with this one. They're looking at us as a global threat right now. Jimbo Joe's Coffee, a threat to Starbucks and Dunkin'. Oh, yeah.
So the next question kind of ties into what we talked about today in a way. It's what movie franchises would you like to see cross over? And this person who wrote in would love to see Rambo versus Predator.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that'd be awesome.
That sounds like a great movie.
Rambo versus Predator. Listen, you got my ticket already. Here's my money. I don't have any money. Never mind. But you got I'll buy the first ticket.
Yeah, that does sound good.
All day. I would do.
Yeah.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Ooh.
Mixed with Road Trip.
Wow. Yeah. You took it a place I did not expect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm over here thinking like, okay, Terminator versus Predator.
I do Terminator versus Predator, too.
Yeah.
I'd
like to see RoboCop do something.
RoboCop. Oh, RoboCop and Predator there. That's a good one.
That would be good.
That would be good.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering is that Predator might be like the perfect movie like character because you could put the Predator into anything.
John McClane versus the Predator.
Die Hard with a Predator. That would be awesome.
Die Hard in a building with a Predator on the loose.
You go to the coast, we'll have fun.
Get together, have a few laughs.
Wow. So if you have suggestions on movie franchises you'd like to see, call us or text us, or Jim will have his idea here.
Jaws versus Predator.
Jaws. Wow. Jaws versus Aquaman.
Even better.
Ooh.
Jaws would have to kill Aquaman. Jaws have been there longer.
Yeah. And Aquaman movie wasn't good, so.
RoboCop versus Iron Man.
Wow. I like it.
Uh-huh. That's right, folks. You heard it here first. Book it.
585-484-1770. Hit us with your ideas for movie crossovers.
What do you want to see? We already saw Jason versus Freddie.
Yeah.
So let's stay away from that realm.
Freddie could go against other people, though.
We could do Freddie versus Predator.
Yeah.
They both got the glove. Well, the Predators are kind of come out of his arm, but...
Freddie versus Rambo. What do you think would happen there?
Ooh. Well, Rambo, we all know Rambo doesn't sleep.
And with PTSD, his dreams are probably pretty
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But plus, Rambo doesn't sleep. Freddie has to invade your dreams. So that would be that's a more of a public service announcement movie right there, because there's a whole lot going on.
Yeah. So we got one more message. Fun fact, Fontaine.
Okay.
3rd week in a row, he's back.
Got to get this guy on our show.
I was just about ready to offer him like a regular segment.
Yeah.
And then he submitted, Fun fact, Fontaine here. I think my wife's been cheating on me. Fun fact, fun fact.
Oh, snap.
So things might not be okay in Fontaine land. Fontaine?
Well, that's not really a fun fact.
No.
I mean, maybe for some people it might be.
Yeah.
It might be some role-playing stuff. Who knows? No.
So on that note,
Fun fact, Fontaine's got some stuff going down.
it'll be interesting to see if he comes back with something next week or if we never hear from him again.
Fun fact, Fontaine, we need to get you. Hey, listen, reach out to us, man. We're here to help. We need to talk.
Maybe if we give him an assignment, like maybe there's some interesting Rambo facts he can look up for
There you
us.
go. Give us some interesting Rambo facts.
We'll put him to work.
We'll put you to work.
So next week, we're going to come back, Stallone Part 2. We're going to get to the bottom of this Indiana versus Virginia nonsense.
Okay.
And anything else you have in mind?
Listen, I'm still waiting to hear back from the Ant-Man on the sit-down, stand-up challenge.
Oh, yeah.
We might have to designate a third part. We got to get this.
Yeah.
We need a quicker answer back.
Yeah. We need to keep the challenge rolling.
You got to challenge somebody else that's ready to go.
Yeah.
Ant-Man, I think you're countering down, man. Sorry.
And, don't forget
Step up.
Visit talkinbaloney.com. The code is Grand Opening 2020. Save 33% off. You can stock up for the holidays. It's never too early.
If you want that shirt autographed by yours truly and the big guy, just let us know.
Wow.
We'll throw a signature on there. Hell, it might be worth something someday. Probably not. No. You want to use it for a car wash rag on your windows or something, go right ahead. We don't care what you do with it, as long as you pay your bill.
We have window decals now, too.
Oh, snap, we do. We're going to post a couple pictures of them on the website.
Yeah. You can order your own.
Pretty sweet. Easy to apply. Stay classy, Rochester.
Keep rocking, Rochester.